What's up, guys? Back at it. Running back. Philadelphia Eagles. Weekly training, and then we're going to get right into the game. Simulate, you already know. Play season game at Soldier Field, 8:30 p.m. Must be a Monday night game or Sunday night. Since it's a night game, I guess we got to go with the away jerseys. Don't we? There we go. All white. I'm ready. You guys are ready. Let's get it going.
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they may be coming into this game off a loss last week, but this fella didn't have anything to hang his head about. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns in that one, and he wouldn't mind adding a few more in this game. It's the Eagles going up against the Bears. With that, let's send it out to our broadcast team. Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with this Week 2 matchup.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd.
All right, guys. Let's get it. So we kick off 30 seconds. Yeah. That's it. 30 seconds.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat
Carolina
O'Donnell, to kick it away.
They're 2-0. San Fran 0-2. Redskins 138. 24, 2-0. Pittsburgh 134. 24. You already know we're running.
And he fields it cleanly.
Different.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
And if you didn't know what school Carson Wentz came from, if you didn't know he had played at a 1AA or FCS level, and you looked at his measurables, you would say, now that's what a quarterback's supposed to look like. 6'5", nearly 240 pounds, with the ability to run the football as well. He has the goods.
And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally, a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Kyle Fuller is one of those new breed, complete defensive backs. Eager to tackle, but a better cover man.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing his Wentz. And that is incomplete. He was looking there for Reuben Randall. And that'll bring up.
See the Bears can do it. They move the ball. They scored a touchdown.
Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, and as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Take the words right out of my mouth. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, ended up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
Throwing now is Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
7 minutes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Then he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Into the red zone. Wentz. Incomplete. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him with his 1st sack of 2016. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Wentz now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 14 on the play. And that's going to bring up a...
Oh, we got to get a field goal. See there? There we go. Quick 3 now.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Bears defense now back onto the field. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals, being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there at the point of attack. They are really making it happen.
Wentz now on first down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Wentz, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. It's complete. This is Brent Saleh. And he is out of bounds just a yard or two shy of the 30.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And they'll run it here. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's pulled in at the 32. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Eagles take possession. The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field. Throwing on first is Wentz. This is Gibbons over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it second down. And quickly, they get to the line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Wins to throw again. Left side caught by Matthews. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Seven yards to go on second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. We focus our attention on the Bears' defense now. They were pretty good in that first half, but losing, so it's kind of a fine line they probably feel right now.
It is, and you would hope that they're not discouraged because they've kept their team in the game by playing so well on defense. In fact, they should be inspired right now, and maybe their offense will get up some of that inspiration and move forward themselves in the second half.
They're probably hoping indeed that defense can lead to offense here in half 2. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and start the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Oh, he slipped right by him. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
On second down, here's Wentz. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 23 yards on the play.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And he has not been able to find the same type of running room this week as last. Such a great game. We met with him. He came in, had the biggest smile on his face, so we just thought that would carry over.
Sometimes you wonder if maybe it borders on a little overconfidence. They were so good last week. He's getting extra blocking out on the perimeter from the wide receivers to get him downfield. In this game, maybe he came into it with the idea that it's just going to be like last week, be a piece of cake. And what they're getting from the defense isn't exactly the same. And, boy, it's been tough going for him.
Now Wentz on third down. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more? Yeah,
perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Wentz now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Matthews the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. On play action, Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and get...
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Taken in at the 11. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Bears defense now back out onto the field. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously it could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive?
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup, and that leads to a Philadelphia first.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, it's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Ertz over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
All right.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
You gotta win this game.
They come out here in the eye. Now they try the right side here. And he's got some space here. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football. That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. The other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You gotta make this better.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
And some good now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to... And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And he will get into the end zone.
I don't know why we Alright guys, game 2 we won. Player stats, Carson Wentz, player of the game most likely, other than myself. Oh man, 72.7 completion percentage. 2 touchdowns, 310 yards. Can't do any better than that. Game 2, everybody. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment, rate, subscribe, like. I don't know why I said rate. Yeah, let me know what you guys like so far. Next video, we'll show you guys some upgrades and what we want to upgrade. Definitely want to upgrade catching. Well, we could do some traits. Clutch, yes. Cover ball, yes. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Please come back, watch the next episode that I'm gonna do. Thanks guys, and peace out.